Welcome back to our journey into Python programming. In this section of ours, we are going to look into operators and what are the different kind of operators. We are going to look into each and every kind of operators and try to solve out some of the examples related to it. Now, before jumping into the type of operators, let's look into what exactly is an operator. Operators are constructs which can manipulate the value of operands. We have been already using operands in our previous sections when we were trying to add out two numbers, subtracting out two numbers. All of those which we did on our last sessions were arithmetic operations. Now we are going to consider upon all the operands that are present in operators. Now, types of operator. These are all the types of operator that are present in Python programming. We have already looked into arithmetic operators that are plus, minus, division, modulus, then multiplication. Then we have comparison operators, assignment operators, logical operators, bitwise, membership operators, and identity operators. We are going to go through each one of them and try to solve out some of the problems that are present. Now, let's start with arithmetic operators. Let's hop into operators. Now, let's start with arithmetic operators. Let's name this section as arithmetic operators. Now, what are the different arithmetic operators? We have already looked into addition. That is, let's first of all take two numbers, a equal to 10 and we are going to take b equals to 20. Execute it. Let's print it out. Print out using f string a equal to a and b equal to b. Let's some error ul and so something was missing. Let's rerun it. Okay, a is 10 and b is 20. Let's add them up. A plus b. If we do a plus b, we are just going to get the sum of it. This is normal addition that we have been doing in our past sections. These are known as arithmetic operations and these are the operands. Okay, what we are doing over here is arithmetic operations and the plus symbol, negative symbol, all of these are known as operands. Then a minus b is 30, we are subtracting it. Similarly, if you want to divide it, a divided by b, we will be getting 0.5. So this is subtraction, we are going to name it sub. Same thing over here, div. Okay. Then if you want to multiply things up, it's quite the same thing, multiply a into b. So a is 10, b is 20. If you multiply them, it's 200. Now if you want the exponent or the power of it, then again power. It's quite simple, a double star b. So this is 10 to the power 20. Same thing, let's look into some other example. 2 to the power 2 is 4. 2 cube is 8. We can do the same thing for different factors. Okay, so we have looked into addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, power. The last thing that we want to look is remainder. 10 remainder 2. So when 10 is divided by 2, the quotient is 5 and the remainder is 0. Same thing, 10 divided by 3 is 1. So 7, that's 72, 723 divided by 4, we are going to get the remainder as 3. Now one more thing is there, if this is known as floor division. Floor division. What we can do over here is, let's say we have a is 10 and b is 20. If we want only the integer of it, that is before the decimal point, whatever is there. So let's say 15 or 14 divided by 3 is 4.667. We need only the integer part, that is whatever we have before the decimal point. Then we can do float division. So you can see that we have gotten out the integer of it. Let's start with comparison operators. Naming this section as comparison operators. In this section, we are going to look into different operands which is used to compare two entities. Your entities can be anything. You can compare out two numbers, two string. Now, without any ado, let's look into some of the examples of it. Let's say we have two numbers. Again, I'm going to take 2, a equals 2, or let's say x equals to 2 or 3 and y equals to 5. I'm going to take out two numbers and try to print it out. Print. Again, I'm going to use f string to print my number. X is, and I'm going to put this, and y is, and in the whole, I'm going to put out this one. Now let's close it out. So x is 3 and y is 5. Now let's use the different comparison operators that we have in Python. So let's say x is greater than y or not. So it will always return us a true or false value. It will all, let me note this out. Note, it will always return either true or false. So what I meant by this, if your comparison is, the condition is true, let's say you are comparing 4 and 5, if they are greater than each other or not. If it is, then it will return true, else it will return false. Then let's say if you're comparing out two numbers, if both are equal or not. So if they are equal, it will return true, else it will return false. So we have x greater than y. So x is 3 and y is 5. So x greater than y is false. 3 is smaller than 5. Now if we check out the same thing, x less than 5. So it returns x less than y, it returns true because 3 is less than 5. Okay, we can check out for xy factor also. Now that greater than and less than is done, let's look into equal to. X equal to y. What this does is it will check if both the numbers are equal or not. So 3 equal to 5, it's false. Same thing if I do it for 3 equal to 3, it will return us the same number. If you want to do it for string also, the same thing can be done. Paul equal to Paul. If both are equal, it will return true, else it will return false. Now that we have looked into greater than, less than and equal to, two more operators are there, or exactly three more operators are there. Less than equal to, greater than equal to, and not equal to. We are going to look into all of those one by one. So let's start with less than equal to. So 3 is less than equal to 5. So it's true, 3 is less than equal to 5. What I meant by this is 3 or the number in the left hand side should be less than or it should be equal to 5. So 3 is less than equal to 5, it is less than 5, so it's true. We're going to check out for this example, 5 is less than equal to 5 or not. So yes, 5 is less than equal to 5 as 5 is equal to 5. Now let's check out for different numbers. 6 is less than equal to 5 or not. So it's false. 6 is actually greater than 5. Same thing if we apply for greater than equal to, then it should be acting just the opposite of it, or it might be equal to that. Now the last thing that we should be taking away from this lecture is not equal to. So we have already seen equal to, and now we are going to see not equal to. Let's look into an example of it. So let's say 4 is not equal to 5. So true, 4 is not equal to 5. If I check for 5 is not equal to 5, it will return us false. So these are all the comparison operators that are present in Python. In our next video, we are going to cover out some more operators present out in Python.